A historic day for Super Rugby, a historic day for rugby itself. The Sunwolves against the Cheetahs, the first time that Super Rugby is being played in the Singapore National Stadium. One of 3 matches that the Sunwolves will play here, 5 in Tokyo, 3 here in Singapore, as they look to bring in large swathes of the expat community here in Singapore from around the rugby world. Japan, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and expecting about 10,000 people in the stadium this evening. It is a swelteringly hot day. The roof of this magnificent arena has been closed, and the Cheetahs have made 7 changes to their starting lineup, including an entirely new front row. Oxen Chair, Jacques du Toit and Johan Coetzee, all in the starting lineup, having been on the bench last week. Francois Ace comes into the second row with Loert de Jager rested and left behind in Bloemfontein. Carl Wegner, the other second row forward. Henko Venter replaces Neil Jordan in the back row. Uzair Kasim and Paul Skuman, the balance of the back row. And then Neil Marais, preferred to Fred Zeilinger at fly half. Sean Venter, his halfback partner. Francois Venter once again captains this Cheetah side with William Small-Smith, who moved from the Bulls in the off-season, his partner in midfield. And at the back, the wings are the same as they have been the last couple of weeks. Sturgill Peterson and Raymond Rule, but a change at fullback with Sias Everson getting his first appearance of the season in place of Clayton Blommetjies. The 3 front row forwards that started against the Stormers in Bloemfontein a week ago are all on the bench: Van Jaarsveld, Marais and Van Dijk. And another 3 forwards selected by Franco Smith on his bench, just Tiaan Meyer and Fred Zeilinger, the backline replacements in a 6-2 split on the bench. The Sunwolves played their first match of Super Rugby 2 weeks ago in Tokyo. They had a bye last week, and now their first match in Singapore, and they're captained by Shoto Hori, 42 test veteran of Japan, and either side of him Kakinaga and Inagaki in the front row, both Japanese internationals, as is Hitoshi Ono, who has 96 test match caps for his country. Ed Quirk, 39 matches for the Queensland Reds in Super Rugby. Fijian-born Andrew Durutalo and Liaki Moli, a former New Zealand schools player, in the back row. Tusi Samoan international with Atsushi Hiwasa, the halfback combination. Tamura and Tatekawa, both with plenty of test matches to their name, so huge experience in the midfield. Then Sasakura and Yamada, the wingers, with Rian Falyun, who played 26 matches for the Cheetahs and 23 for the Sharks, who got his 50th Super Rugby cap in the colours of the Sunwolves in Tokyo 2 weeks ago. A more conventional bench, a split of 5 forwards and 3 backs, chosen by Sunwolves head coach Mark Hammett. And as the Cheetahs make their way out for the first Super Rugby game in the Singapore National Stadium, a very good afternoon in commentary to Owen and Kamani.
Very good afternoon to all viewers across the world. What an occasion here in Singapore. The young Cheetah side, especially up front. Looking forward to see what this young front row can do. Oxen Chair, du Toit and Johan Coetzee as well. Oxen Chair, we've seen him. He's come through the ranks in South Africa, having represented the University of Free State, also as the under-20s last year. So it's one for the future. Some old heads as well on this Cheetahs team. They'll need to come up to the field. But interesting enough, it's an opportunity for the youngsters to really claim a jersey, to be in the starting 15. We've seen this young man, Sias Everson, in the past, playing at full, not at fullback, more at fly half, but gets an opportunity with more time. What can he bring? But also an away game for the Sunwolves. They're such a happy camp. Chatting to them just off the pitch, Tusi Pieces, all smiles, saying, you know, it's a great opportunity for us to spread the gospel of rugby, but also to be part of Super Rugby. What they've picked up against the loss against the Lions, they can fit in, they can step up to Super Rugby, so they've been pleased with their progress in the past 6 weeks.
Well, I think they impressed a lot of people in that opening game in Tokyo against the Lions, because they surrendered quite a large points differential fairly early in the game, but fought hard to stay in it. Tusi Pisi, who's played Super Rugby for the Crusaders and the Hurricanes, also a stint at Toulon in 2007 through to 2009, so huge experience for him. Atsushi Hiwasa, his halfback partner, has played back up to Tanaka in the Japanese national side, equally diminutive but as effective. Yu Tamura, 34 test matches for Japan, on the bench against South Africa in Japan's famous victory in Brighton. And what a day for this man, Quinton Immelman, his first Super Rugby match as a referee. and 3 Japanese assistants on the sideline and in the TMO box. We're assisted sideline by former Springbok prop forward Rob Kempson.
Yes, Matty, down here, pitch in perfect condition for running rugby. It's very sandy base, so it might be ripping up when it comes to the scrums. But other than that, a fantastic pitch it is for hopefully running rugby here today.
Well, we'll get the thoughts of both Robbie and Owen as the game progresses on a very inexperienced Cheetahs front row. Just 4 Super Rugby caps between them. Johan Coetzee on Super Rugby debut, and Jacques du Toit and Oxenchair have played just the 2 matches this season in the colours of the Cheetahs in Super Rugby. A good claim first up from Raymond Rule, and then the hoist from Sean Fenter. Rian Viljoen, former Cheetahs teammate, waits underneath it. And very solid on the deck from the Sunwolves, and quickly through the hands. PC getting it out to the left for Sasakura. Very effective at ruck time from the Sunwolves. That's a poor kick though, and straight into the hands of Sean Fenter, who's onto the counter-attack. Quickly over the ball is Durutalo. Nche. Fenter. And went backwards off the hands of Jacques du Toit. But a turnover for the Sunwolves. Go to their left, PC. And dropped in behind the Cheetahs defence. Some good support play from Siasi Eberson up from the back. Then Sergil Peterson offloading the tackle for Nche, not going to hand it. We will have the first scrum for a little handling error. And the first test of this inexperienced Cheetah scrum against a very experienced at international level Sunwolves scrum.
A good start from both sides. Defensively, I think Sunwolves were sound. They would trust the defensive line. And from turnover ball, Cheetahs, the mindset's there. They want to utilize the ball. They want to give the ball a bit of width. But it all starts here. This young front row will be tested. Jacques du Toit, Oxenchair, and Johan Coetzee. And all 3 of the Sunwolves have played Test rugby for Japan.
Keita Inagaki on the loose head side. 1 cap for the Melbourne Rebels last season before the formation of this Sunwolves team. And the captain, Shota Hori, 19 matches for the Melbourne Rebels in the 2013 and 2014 seasons. He missed 2015 due to injury. Looks to be a knee on the ground on the far side, but Quinton Immelman letting it go. Available at the back for Quirk, and PC taking it to the gain line. Good handling from the Sunwolves. Sasakura, a little too tight to the touchline, sets the ruck. Strong carry from Moli. Hiwasa for his captain, Shota Hori, who's held up in the tackle. Who's there? Kasim working hard to try and get his arms around that ball and create the maul. Wasn't successful. PC offloads in the tackle to continue to be good. Yamada, beautiful step from Yamada. That's a fabulous try. Akihito Yamada, a first try in Super Rugby for him to go with 13 that he scored at test match level in his 15 test matches. It was a wonderful finish.
Exceptional build-up here from the Sunwolves. They were patient. That's a secret. Tomorrow's pass great with a step. Lots of work still to be done there by Yamada. Had a stint with the force. Hardly played any games. This means a lot. It's a perfect start for the Sunwolves here in Singapore. It's also good decision-making from the set piece. They had the scrum played on the left-hand side. Managed to getting behind the Cheetah defense. And very instrumental was this man, TCPC.
TCPC in his 20th Super Rugby game. Just 16 points to his name, 8 of those coming in their first outing of this season against the Lions in Tokyo. And that's a beautiful strike. from PC. It's an emphatic start from the SUNWOLVES in Singapore.
It's a ball in hand approach from the outset. Good offload, cross-cover defence, left foot there is Jacques du Toit. What a finish. It is hit by Miyamada. First points on the board here in Singapore.
Deep restart from the Cheetahs, and Rion Fulyun has a monster boot on him, both out of hand and off the kicking tee. Bounce a little unkind for Siasiabason. And looking for territory. He gets a favourable bounce. It's an excellent return.
Yeah, brilliant return from Siasiabason. Well spotted. Yeah, big boot that man has got, Rion Fulyun. Got a stint with the Sharks as well. He's been in Japan for a couple of seasons now, playing for the Red Hurricanes.
Shotahori over the 15-metre line was the call from Quinton Immelman, so immediately the line out over. Beautiful offload from Ed Quirk. And first penalty of the game going the way of the Cheetahs, and it's Andrew Durutalu who's penalised for hanging on the ground. Neil Marais called up to have a shot at goal, preferred in the starting lineup to Fred Zeilinger for the Cheetahs. For this one-off trip, they go back to play the Lions in South Africa in Johannesburg next week.
Well, Durutalo got penalised, and Jacques du Toit on his feet competing. Yeah, good hard work, and it looks like Paul Skuman initially was the one who had his hands over the ball, as Jacques du Toit was the support player.
Survived a good clean-out attempt by Liaki Moli as well. Came in very strongly with the shoulder. And straight out in front for Marais to get the Cheetahs on the board. No problem for Neil Marais. Takes his tally in Super Rugby to 20. Played 4 matches in total before this one, 2 of them towards the back end of last season when Franco Smith first got involved as the coach, and off the bench in the first 2 matches of this campaign. Oh, it's a horrible restart from Tusi Pisi.
He knows it as well. Just wanted a little short restart to allow his pack of force to compete. Slicing it straight into touch.
You can see a slightly darker patch, almost a cross-like figure in this field, and we're told reliably that this is due to a Madonna concert here a couple of weeks ago, and parts of the field where the catwalk was had to be relaid. Looking very good.
Yeah, I think the field's in great condition, considering it's one of the proper multi-purpose stadiums. And it can be utilised week in, week out. Now, Super Rugby, you know, will play 3 games here for the SUNWOLVES.
Off the back of the scrum from Henko Venter, and it's Venter who is in position to take the inside ball. An attempt over the ball by Hitoshi Ono. Advantage for a bad tackle. Penalty advantage it is as the Cheetahs make some headway. Francois Ace for Oxenchair in the midfield. In Venter. Marais pops it in behind the defensive line. And Rion Fulyun coming across, and Quinton Immelman will say no advantage. They'll come back. Dangerous tackle was the call.
Good, thank you. Dangerous tackle on White. Yeah, just a bit low.
You're a lot closer there, Robbie. Did you spot something?
Yeah, just sliding up around the neck area, which refs are very strict on these days, as they should be. It's come through from World Rugby to ensure the safety of the players.
Understandable, yeah. It is not. Posted on read.
So 2 completed scrums, Rob, but both of them going to ground in the front row, both of them allowed to continue with the ball available at the back. You happy with that? So Murray, having already successfully goaled his first penalty, a very similar angle. It's almost straight out in front, but a good 10 or 12 meters extra on this one. That's a beautiful strike. They were knocking them over from both teams from within their own half in the warm-up.
Yeah, Cheetahs are pleased for the scoreline, and a chance to really get in, settle down, and implement their game plan. And they only trail by a single point. From this restart, they look to get back uphill and expect them to use the boot of CS Eberson to relieve the pressure.
Vechner waits for the restart. It's a good kick chase from the try scorer Yamada. He was up there to make the tackle and set that ruck position deep in Cheetah's territory. It's a good clearance from Neil Murray, but good set piece opportunity right in front of Rob Kempson for the Sunwolves.
It's a clever play there. Rianfield now opting for the kickoff. Nice deep kickoff, perfect chase it was. And they've set up an attacking line out now. The 3-2 split.
The target was Liaki Moli, former New Zealand under-20 player, now playing for
Leave each other.
the Japanese Sunwolves, having played Super Rugby for the Blues as well, Moli. So there are some experienced players at this level around the squad. That doesn't go to hand for Fulyun.
No knock.
And no knock-on is the call. Beautiful skill from Raymond Rule. He wasn't quite expecting it. It was left alone by Sergil Peterson. Fenter in at the scrum-half position. Francois Fenter, that is, the captain. His namesake Sean with the number 9 jersey.
Too late, doesn't matter, he's too late.
A little bit of ill discipline after a fantastic start.
Players beat you on this side. Well done, boys. Offside.
Tusi Plisi unhappy with the call.
Interesting to see some of the Cheetah backline players very narrow, playing towards the ball. So front of Fenter picking up a drive and going through the maul. So the likes of Sergil Peterson also getting involved and making sure they retain possession, getting numbers quickly to that breakdown. Yeah, beaten by the rack. A lot had happened there. Not supporting own body weight. There's the pickup and drive from front of Fenter.
Fine.
The penalty may have been against his teammate who was part of the tackle and who appeared to participate in the rip as well.
Yeah.
First,
it's obstruction from him to him, front of the ball carrier.
first penalty against the Cheetahs. Obstruction.
On the mark. Line-out was over. Yeah.
And shaping for the kick, then going wide with the cross kick, and beautifully taken by Fulyun. Beautiful offloading, the tackle as well, and Yamada is going for the corner!
Oh, that's awesome. This is brilliant.
Oh. Wow.
Crowd love it, we loving it as well. So much creativity from the Sunwolf team.
Two things, please.
It's all about communication. Tusi Plisi, Rian Fulyun. It's got to refer to the TMO, but just the creative play from this back line of the Sunwolves is brilliant.
Okay, so first of all, we're going for grounding, and that looks down. Legs in the air. Of course, the corner flag is no problem.
I'll tell you, Matthew, the other thing they're looking for is that pass from Tatakawa. It was right in front of me. Nothing wrong with that at all. And nothing wrong with this ground and use effect as well.
Not sure if there's one other thing they were looking for, which may have been the cross kick.
It's potentially this last pass, that one right there, which for all my money definitely wasn't forward.
And you were in the background there, so you should know.
Yes, happy with that now. I just want to go have a look.
What lovely innovation and a bit of skill showing from PC to get it across in the first place.
So that's the other clip I want, the other angle. I'm happy with that. So it's a pitching.
Sean Fenter, good commitment and also good technique in defence. Went for the ball.
I can't see the in front of the kick. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going with this one. Are you saying it's a try on this one? Are you agreeing with me?
Yep.
Thank
I'll be
you.
you.
So the TMO, Takashi Herrera, has confirmed with Quinton Immelman. The one thing I thought they might be having a look at, Owen, was whether Rion Fulyun was in front of Tusi Pisi when he made the cross kick.
Yeah, would have been fair to go back, but I think it was all legit. Great communication. Lapse in concentration from the Cheetahs. They turned their back
and PC from the touchline. Well, he is striking it beautifully. 2 from the touchline for Tusi PC.
Day to remember, particularly for Yamada. 2 tries in the first half so far. What a fantastic catch from Fulyun. It's this last pass really from Tatakawe, and the finish coming in from Yamada.
Stop.
Well, Fulyun slicing the ball with his clearance presents an opportunity here for the Cheetahs. Return by Neil Marais. Fenter. Iberson, and a little fumble from Francois Fenter in the midfield. There was a knock there.
Second one was a knock on, not the first, second. Red ball.
yeah, they won't be happy with that decision making, the Cheetahs. A big concern, it was Neil Marais, the fly off to the CS Everson. Both of them played and fly off at the highest level, Super Rugby. They should be able to control and look after that position better. Not much in it, the scrums as yet, Robbie.
No, not really much at all, to be fair. Pretty solid on both. The Sunwolves first scrum went down to ground, but certainly no ascendancy from either pack as of yet.
Six.
Oh, that's solid.
And Quirk off the back. A little show of the ball to his right as Hiwasa made the dummy run. Now Hiwasa back in position. PC. Just such a general in open play. Beautiful loop around from him. The pass not going to hand, so just the scrum advantage for the Cheetahs. Ace. An advantage already over. Kutsia to ground. Fenter. Marais. And then Paul Skuman. Sean Fenter away for Jacques Totoy. And not controlling the ball in the tackle area. Opportunity again. Liaki Moli for the Sunwolves. Hiwasa, PC, this time dropping it onto the booty. He's just varying his play so beautifully. Good response though from the Cheetahs, and Eberson gives chase. And
You've got to let him get up.
Gives away a penalty for diving in.
Yeah, it's disappointing, Matthew. And a lot of pressure. He managed to get the kick upfield. CS Eberson, the bounce was a favourable one. Just not appreciating the laws of the game. And with that is a very soft turnover by the Cheetahs.
Beautiful penalty clearance from Tusi PC.
Yeah, did all the hard yards, chased on, CS Everson, brilliant. Just diving on. Plays, you've got to allow the player to get back before you play him.
Should we just have a look here?
Shotohori with the tap down from Timothy Bond. Quickly away by PC. Everson, good positional play from him, and then decent return away for PC. Oh, just losing his footing as he made the step. You could just see that he sensed an opportunity up the middle.
Taken back.
Huge clearance downfield from Yu Tamura. Raymond Rule. It's an energetic defensive line from the Sunwolves as well. They've been good on the kick chase when PC and Tamura have been putting it downfield. Now the kick from Fenta. PC back for it, giving it away to Fulyun with a much better angle.
Stop, Red.
And that towering torpedo kicking style of his, but no touch found. Marais for Peterson. And Rule had looked forward. Got away with it. Fenta.
How's the offside line looking?
Du Toit was attempting the very quick offload pre-contact, and slightly fortunate that there was a Sunwolves hand in there.
Also interesting to see, well, we've heard this debate for many, many years, where you've got two fly halves available in your team. For the Sunwolves, you've got PC together with the Tamari. They can control the game exceptionally, both offering the kicking option and decision making.
White ball.
Matthew touched on it in terms of the pressure being applied by the Sunwolves, not allowing the Cheetahs to really get in and build in innings. Yes, Robbie?
Yeah, just perhaps the Cheetahs playing into their hands somewhat. I mean, I know it is a ball-in-hand approach that they generally use, but perhaps tightening things up a little bit, going up the guts of it, up the middle. Might just be the way to go in this first half.
Had no real territory to speak of, the Cheetahs, in this first half.
Fine.
All possession for that matter, Matthew.
Six.
First 20s really belong to the home team, Sunwolves. Good, powerful scrum from the Sunwolves.
And very difficult for Henko Fenta to control at the base, forcing the knock-on.
Well, we're looking for ascendancy there. It certainly is. Mark Hammett is a wily old hooker, played for the Crusaders and All Blacks. He's certainly got the scrum on the front foot, the young front row. That's a lesson learned for them. Good effort, the whole pack coming in behind it and forcing the error at the base of the scrum.
Yeah, lapse of concentration, that's all I'll put the scrum down to. I think the Cheetahs felt after the hook they'd won the ball, then the contest was over. The Sunwolves definitely played through that and put the pressure on.
Crouch. Fine. Six.
Very quick heel from the Sunwolves and away by Hiwasa. Hiwasa again. Tamura taking it into contact. Hiwasa. Bond.
Not James.
Previously played for the Bay of Plenty, Timothy Bond, before moving to Japan to play his club rugby for the Canon Eagles. Andrew Duratalo. Strong contribution from him again. That's a huge hit from Oxen Chair on Atsushi Hiwasa. But there was a hand in there as he made the tackle. There's an unfair contest.
Sure, felt the ground
in
move
terms
there,
of
Robbie.
weight divisions anyway.
Man for the future, Oxen Chair, SA under 20 player. Very athletic, as we can see there. Oh, that's smack and a half.
Injury.
Oh, it's lovely when prop forwards get stuck into the backline players.
So you've got to do much better with your feet.
Yep.
So straight feet first.
Yep.
And your offside line, you know where the offside line is? The flank engagement, you've got to stop. Okay, thanks, mate. Yeah, it's got an injury there.
Yeah, tackles. Cheetah's been good, only missing the 3 tackles, 25 on offer, so they've made 22 tackles, and the Sunwolves only missing 2, making 25 stops.
The key thing, though, is the efficiency of the attack, isn't it? If you look at the number of carries that we're seeing, it's pretty even, but the distance made by those carries, the gain line success, far superior from the Sunwolves. 126 meters made and 17 times over the advantage line. And some sublime finishing from Akihito Yamada. 2 tries to his name. The first one a brilliant individual effort, the second combining some glorious skill from Tusi-Pisi with a cross kick, the gather from Rian Fulyun, the offload from Harumichi Tatekawa, all contributing to a superb team try that caught the Cheetahs well and truly unawares.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Play it.
Doing well to hold that up in the end. It sort of caved in amongst the front rows eventually. Iverson with a clearance. And they want to keep playing fast. Do the Sunwolves. Across for Fulyun. Good cutout ball from him. Some equally good defense. It was Raymond Rule and Paul Skuman quickly up.
Balls up.
Ori's pass a little wild, recovered by Hitoshi Ono.
He's lost third.
In the charge down. And some in-your-face defense from the Cheetahs is applying a little bit of pressure here. Sergio Peterson with a chip over the top. Maria with a chase. Controls it with the boot and scores. Try for Neil Maria. Not one for the classics video, but effective nevertheless.
Yeah, good decision making with turnover ball for the Cheetahs. They got it to the quicker guys out wide, but cleverly done. Sergio Peterson spotting the opening. The chase just brilliant for Neil Maria. The wobble, that dot down is good.
Yeah, very good, man. Just one.
They haven't really been in control of the Cheetahs, and
I didn't mention to him, so
scrambling their way through the park and finding points. Whilst that, I think it's a crucial part where you look at their bench, more experienced forwards. You'd expect them in the last 20 minutes of the game to be able to shut it down or chase it. So they'll look in the way things are going, and Franco Smith will be pleased.
You wonder as well whether the Sunwolves will rue for playing from such depth. You know, they were quick to take that line out and try and get it wide. They're playing with a lot of confidence, but the first time they surrender some territory to the Cheetahs, they've found themselves conceding a try.
Clever from Sergio Peterson, just the chip over the top, perfectly weighted, and Neil Marais does the rest. Bit of a speed wobble, but he gets the ball down, and he keeps his 100% kicking record with the conversion.
A very early jump from Vechner, and a little bit mistimed as well. Ball evading him. Sean Fenter's kick.
No, the ball's crossed already. Okay. That's your mark, yeah.
Quinton Immelman very assured in his first Super Rugby appearance. He was getting some appeals from the Cheetahs there that Tusi-Pisi had knocked the ball on or had a foot in touch, but the ball had already crossed the margin of touch. So Sunwolves line out it is. Shotohori. And mixing up the line out options a lot. That was Duratalu at the front.
Here's it.
Hiwasa, such a little bundle of energy at the base of that ruck, and that's a rare error from him.
White ball.
Just a little hasty to get it away for TCPC.
Yeah, very frustrating for a coach and players themselves when soft moments like that creep into the game. Do well to secure possession, just it happens. It have huge effect on the team and the opposition as well, as we're slowly approaching the end of the first half. Just over 12 minutes left. The Cheetahs might feel we're getting back in this game. Plenty handling errors early on. The Cheetahs want to cut those out a bit as they'll very quickly approach double figures.
6.
Well, they want a solid scrum. The last one went back. It was very difficult to contain at the rear from Henko Venter.
To tight head.
Play on.
Well, it's gone against the feed. Tight head it is. Quickly through the hands of PC. Tamura got it away for Tatakawa. Now Hiwasa. Well, the Cheetahs are going to get a penalty here.
On his feet, play, leave it.
Yeah, brilliant work there from Skuman.
And quickly taken by Sean Venter. He's got Peterson running to his inside, and he was looking for the offload.
Lock on.
Well, there was a try begging to be scored there. And you could see the thought process. Venter carrying on to the outside.
Oh.
You learn this at a very early age. Always give the ball to a player in a better position. Even if it's quicker than you, you try and get it to him as quickly as possible. And this time around, Sean Venter, that pass should have gone right there. That pass should have gone.
Particularly the man of Sergio Peterson's pace.
That's what I'm saying. You look for the quick man and you give the ball to him.
Absolutely.
But also, TCPC never gave Sean Venter an opportunity to get that one-handed pass away. Credit to the SUNWOLVES defense.
Closer.
Yeah, the thought process, obviously, let me try and beat the cross-cover defender.
Close this gap first. That's what's going in.
And give Sergio Peterson a clean run in, but that second replay, he had a clean run in anyway. Incredibly steamy in Singapore. It's been well over the 30-degree mark during the course of the day, and humid.
Fine. 6.
Another solid scrum from the SUNWOLVES, providing them with a base from which to make their exit.
Yeah, great channeling out, very effective channeling of the ball, not allowing the Cheetahs to put the pressure on at scrum time. We've seen a lot of South African sides using the driving more. Robbie, can we start expecting that from the Cheetahs?
Well, I think it's almost a must-do for them right now. You've got Skuman in at the scrum half position, so ultimately that is a pretense of a maul. Off a four-man line out could be slightly tricky.
No, but not finding the man at the back and going over the 15-meter line again. So SUNWOLVES come flooding through.
Knock on from Red.
And there was just a little knock in there.
Just a little bit of inexperience is showing from this front row, and that's understandable. They're very young lads in the front three, up against a rather inexperienced front row, with test caps amongst them in the SUNWOLVES.
Your Cheetahs need to get back to basics, maybe some more full line outs. Because what's happened, Molly, Durantalo and Quirk are slowly gaining ascendancy because of not the hard work, but the favorable bounce of the ball, the mistakes by the Cheetahs, that loose chair slowly starting to own and dominate the breakdown point.
Paul Skuman almost fighting a lone battle in that facet of play.
Not asking again. No, all three of you are interlocking before the time. Got to be a little gap. Yeah. Crouch. Bind. Set. 9, red.
Well, it came out untidily at the back of the scrum. It was a better scrum from the Cheetahs, but not controlled at the back, and the Sunwolves quick to flood through. Quirk doing good work on the ground. Strong tackle from Fenter. Henko Fenter, that is. 3 of them in the starting lineup. Henko, Sean, and Francois. Hiwasa away for Ono. So quickly back to his feet. Atsushi Hiwasa to be that link man for the Sunwolves. Strong tackle on Tatikawa this time.
Good defense, Cheetahs.
This time Hiwasa opting for the boot. Peterson for Rule.
Stop white.
And Fulyun. Cheetahs flooding in on defense, but some good work from the Sunwolves at the breakdown.
Ball's available.
Numbers to the ball quickly to make the clean-outs. PC. Difficult hoist this for Iverson, but does brilliantly. And then lost forward by Raymond Rule. It's a dangerous advantage.
Fine is good.
It was a crucial tackle made on Durutalu.
Step.
He had to release the ball, get back on his feet, and then play it. Inagaki with the carry. Hiwasa.
Barnage over for the knock-on.
Sasakura over
Last third.
from his wing. Strong carry from Ono, setting that up. Beautiful touch from PC. The inside ball is good, and this will be another try, a third one, and a hat-trick for Ikehita Yamada. What a sublime piece of skill from Tusi PC.
Yeah, brilliantly done by the 30-year-old winger, but there's the engineer, Tusi PC, the bounce of favourable, but Tamura always there, always so present, and that's a finisher, Yamada. But it's good to see fly off in the centre, linking together exceptionally well, just putting the better players, the quicker players into space, and that's what the Sunwolves have done. So Tamura together with PC, and there's the finisher.
Yeah,
That's Yamada.
so the comms are just continuously open, so we just get the message over there.
Fantastic skill from Tusi PC.
Yeah, I can still hear.
Anticipation
It is.
from Yu Tamura, superb. And Akihito Yamada just only too happy to oblige. He had lots to do with his first try in terms of the finish. The second and third, he's been right place, right time.
It's the man, Tusi PC. His touches of brilliance. He's really set up 2 of the tries. Instrumental in creating the momentum for the Sunwolves and taking the lead to 21-13 in this first half.
As Fulyun makes his clearance, you might hear in the background the howl of the Sunwolf.
The big bad wolf.
Ringing around the stadium.
That's Mark van Dijk who's come on in the front row for the Cheetahs, taking over tight head from Johan Kutsia.
So it's more an injury replacement than a tactical one. His limping off was Johan Kutsia.
Dutoy with the throw. It's a good contest in the middle of that line out with Skuman tidying it up. It comes back awkwardly for Neil Marais. First carry for Van Dijk.
He's got it.
And a fair contest from the Sunwolves. PC. And a difficult one for Yeberson, lost it forward.
No, different scenario. You jump, there's no way you can stop you. So just a knock on.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
saying that perhaps Yamada
Player jumps.
had been taken out in the air.
Oh,
There's not much CS Eberson could have done there.
I don't know about that. There's intention, I think.
He misjudged the kick as well, CS Eberson. Communicated well, we saw the players around him moving out the way for him to claim it. Just overrunning it and had to backpedal just not quickly enough.
It's a definite play from the Sunwolves, putting the high ball up on CS Eberson. Obviously testing his credentials as a fullback.
But also the use of the grubber, Rob, outstanding when it's on. You know, the Cheetahs' defensive line has been pressing at times, and PC just keeping them guessing.
Just the awareness as well, Matthew. I mean, putting the grubber through when it's on, the high ball, when he sees it, the defensive alignment. They do pretty much a rush defense at the moment, the Cheetahs, really swinging up the outside centre. So there's a bit of space on the outside.
And then amongst that, 14 passes as well. I think the kicks from hand, you might look at that in isolation and say, well, that's quite a lot for the first 37 minutes of the game, but they've been such effective kicks.
Oh,
they've had a consequence.
2 tries from them, no question.
Crouch. Fine. Same as them now. Warned you guys. Interlocking.
Well, there was a pre-engagement there from the Cheetahs, which brought the free kick. Hiwasa taking it a mile away from where the mark actually was, but Hiwasa again, they're looking for one more before half-time, playing with real rhythm and real confidence. Duratalu away. Hiwasa, Bond. Helped into the tackle by Inagaki. PC with a step, and Fulyun running the angle. Stepped away from one and got his offload away. Here comes another. It's a try for the captain, Shotahori, on the stroke of half-time. The Sunwolves work themselves into a bonus point position for now. 4 tries to 1. They're 4th in the first half. And they have been real value for this lead.
Yeah, good interaction between backs and forwards. There's the finisher, Shotahori. Great angle picked by Rian Fulyun, but TusiPisi making the right decisions as well. And the Cheetahs will be disappointing with their defensive efforts, not making those first-time tackles. Finishing strong in the first half here, the Sunwolves. To the stage felt the Cheetahs were coming back at 14 points to 13, only trailed by a point. But that man, very instrumental for the comeback in this first half for the Sunwolves, TusiPisi.
Well, you said it, Owen. At 14-13, you would have felt that Franco Smith would have been delighted to be in that position, given the way his side had played. But these 2 late tries, real hammer blows to the Cheetahs.
Once again, PC involved. Fulyun does very well, missed tackles from the Cheetahs. But Shotahori, the man from Osaka, 42 test caps to his name, and now a try for the Sunwolves in Singapore.
Halftime siren sounds at the Singapore National Stadium. And surely Hiwasa will put this out. Inside the 22, no problem there. 4 tries they've scored. 3 of them from Akihito Yamada and 1 from Shotahori. All 4 converted by TusiPisi. And half-time at the Singapore National Stadium, it's the Sunwolves 28, Cheetahs 13.